So thank you so much for your schedule this interview process. We are getting engaged with the thoughts on education for the identified the education system and process for the current era. Basically, the session is arranged with some question and answers subjected to your reputed institute to identify the process. So starting with your introduction. So please, ma'am, give some briefly introduction of yours, ma'am.
I am Anamika De Amin. I am the Studies Coordinator in Nopany Institute of Management Studies, and also as an assistant professor, I am doing my job. And I have been here for last 10 years. So I'm very glad that you have come here to ask me.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. So, being a faculty of your institute and your department, what are the roles and responsibility towards the student?
I think the first one, as an assistant professor, the first job is to teach the students whatever subjects have been allotted to me. That is my first job, first responsibility. At the same time, I think as a teacher always, teaching doesn't mean that always to teach a particular subject. Teaching means to show the roads to the students. They have to opt whatever which one will be helpful for them, and at the same time encouraging them, enhancing their other skills. All that means an overall grooming I can offer to my students.
Okay, ma'am. Nicely said, ma'am. So my next question is, how do you train to establish healthy relation with the students and the fellow faculty?
Yes, when I am in the college, in an institute, I have to interact with my students. At the same time, there are my colleagues, the other assistant professors, other teachers, faculty members, and also other staff members like our librarian, our accounts department, all. We work as a team, and obviously our principals are our director, ma'am, Dr. Shabnam Agarwal. We work as a team. So I have to make healthy relations with both the parties. My students, I have to make relationship that they will be feel free. I always tell my students that you feel free to share your thoughts with me, and I have to be more interactive with them. At the same time, if I have not that adjusting attitude, I think that adjusting attitude comes first with the staff members, with my colleagues. And there are so many types of people, including me. We are not the same nature-wise. But if I have that attitude, that patience, tolerance, then I can interact with all the people and making a good relationship with all the people. Because I think that you see that out of 24 hours a day, we have spent here most of the time in the college.
Okay.
So if I have not good relationship with my fellow members, then it would be problematic for us and them also.
Okay, ma'am. Nicely said, ma'am. So my next question is, how do you help to student to cope up with the competition being so high in this outside world?
Yes, actually, I think it very seriously, because nowadays the competitions, it's too tough for the students, and we know in our society so many incidents are happening. Sometimes it's not encouraging, sometimes they are discouraging. So I always try, what I do, that I always try my best to help the students. Like, I think that when a person exists on earth, that is physical, mental and spiritual existence. So if I help my students if I try to enhance their all the existence, then they can achieve more. It's not like that rat race that you have to go there, you have to reach there. No, we can say that you give your best. I always tell my students that you give your 101%. Rest of the thing, actually I follow a slogan, and I tell my students the same slogan I follow in my life. That is, let go, let God. That I will do my part. It's not like that I am not doing my part. At the same time, when my part is done, the rest of the thing I will let go.
Okay, ma'am. So my next question is, Do you have any extracurricular activities or program to enhance the skill of the students to expose them to the real world challenges?
Yes, a very good question for me because in our college we have extracurricular activities, several types of. At the same time, you know that in the college, the Saraswati Puja, 26th January celebration, Swami Vivekananda's birthday celebration, all are there. Sometimes they are common with the other colleges because in an educational institutes, the people celebrate those days. But our speciality is that we have club activities. We have 4 clubs, and those 4 clubs are: one is photography club, that is Mantas; another one is Kalponikam, that is art and craft club; third one is Sanskriti, the cultural club; and the last but not the least, that is Vashudha, the environmental club.
Okay.
So all those club activities, what we do, that students engage in the club activities, and through the club activities, it's not like that it will just an area of platform of enjoyment. Through enjoyment, they can learn so many soft skills also. Because there we know that communication skill, especially English communication skill, is must for a student to cope up with their competition and all. So through those activities, they learn also that thing. At the same time, I can tell you that this is a management college. So management criteria is like the teamwork, that adjusting attitude, that patience, all other things they learn. They're learning so many things, and our club activities actually we are growing day by day. And lastly, I can mention I'm very much proud of it because I represented my college there, and I am the only person from Kolkata, not only Kolkata, West Bengal itself, that just it's finished from 2nd to 4th. There was a international conference in Bhubaneswar, Shumangalam. That is on, the theme was Vayu, the vital thing on earth. So the vital force on earth. So there I attended the conference. I represented my college. I showed and I represented myself to other students, other faculty members all over India. So it's a great experience, and hopefully in the coming year with our students we will visit all those conferences and all.
Okay, ma'am. So my next question is, when you come to the college, what was your vision and how to achieve the same?
See, 10 years I am here for last 10 years, and when I joined that time, the situation that time and now at present today I'm sitting here, it's a huge difference because, and you know that I don't know what is the exact reason, but I have an attachment because I think that so many things we had started that time one by one. That means I always say that for making a building, that brick after brick you have to go ahead. So we have done this. I have been doing all those activities, all those things, actions, and so many things we have done. And for that reason we are here. And I will be grateful to mention my director ma'am's name, Dr. Shabnam Agarwal. Throughout the time for these years, she is with us, and for her encouragement, whatever I do, that plays a great role. Also, I must mention our principal sir's name, Dr. Shubir Ghosh, and other Mr. Anupam Dash, our administrative officer. And I can't mention all the teachers' names because so many teachers came, gone at the present time. There are so many teachers. All actually, I have been learning from each and everyone, and I'm very proud. At the same time, I'm grateful that I have been learning from my students also.
Okay, ma'am. So nice mission, ma'am. So my last question is, what valuable advice would you like to the student for them to have a precious career ahead?
Thinking about today's scenario, not only here, throughout the world, whatever the scenario is going on, I can tell my students, I don't say it's advice, it's my suggestions, that the first word comes, don't quit. Don't quit, take your breath, be patient and give your best. Give your 101%, and again rest of the thing, let go, let go. And I can mention few slogans I always share with my students. That is live and let live. Okay, that is adjusting attitude you can show towards the society. And yes, attitude also comes because attitude proves everything. Attitude is everything in your life. Whatever works you do, attitude comes first. At the same time, you think what you want to do, and your homework for every project, work, whatever you are trying to do. At the same time, always keep peace in your mind. Okay, so I tell my students that I do a prayer. I will finish my this conversation with that prayer. I always do. I tell my students to do, and whenever I go to the classes, I do with them. That is called a serenity prayer. That God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference.
Okay.
That is called life. I will be grateful if any one of my students can follow this. And my happiest moment, whatever moments, happy moments come in my life, when I get the feedback from them. Whenever a student tells that, ma'am, I followed your words, your suggestions, I will be grateful.
Okay, ma'am.
And I am very much happy here because I must mention the environment. You know, in any in your professional field, your job place, if you feel free, comfortable, and that freedom that you can do, you can follow your thoughts, then the best thing will come. So again, I will thank to my director, ma'am, Dr. Shobha Agarwal, that she always gives us that platform, that I can feel freedom and do my job.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. That's been a
Thank
nice
you.
interview. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.